On to today's webinar on how to optimize your current marketing systems to get 2 or 3 times more sellers calling you without any additional expense. This is Todd Walters, your Platinum Coach, and it's always a pleasure to take time out of, from working. Congratulations to you for making some time to do that. I think you're going to enjoy today's webinar. Okay, it's one that I've been putting to the side for a little while, looking for the right time to be able to pull it out, and this seemed like a good month and a great time to be able to focus in and discuss really just three things that I'd like to spend some time with you guys on the marketing front, totally designed to generate more business, really by leveraging off things that you're doing right now to get more response. Okay, we always get caught up in the new stuff, the new ideas, and the new this and the new that, because we're a lot of entrepreneurs, and that's all great. But you want to make sure you're optimizing or getting all you discuss these, and I'm going to walk you through some details of information and material that you probably haven't seen before. Many of you are very familiar with the converter. You're using it primarily as a pre-selling system. I want to show you some other tricks here that you can use with the Platinum Converter sales flyer system for today's marketplace. Okay, and then we're going to wrap it up by showing you how you can just get more sign calls. I know that most of us love sign calls. We're always looking for more listings so we can get more sign calls. They seem to be easier prospects for ourselves and our agents to turn into sales. Okay, we're going to spend some time showing you how you can optimize all that. Just make sure you're on the right page with today's marketplace. All right? All right, so let's get going on that right away, discussing the Platinum Converter. Now, everybody should know, watching this webinar right now, that Platinum members have an we don't have time to get in. That's not what we're going to discuss today. Everybody should be very familiar with that. But there are 2 versions. But I am going to take a quick moment here and show you both versions real fast while I have your attention. Okay? The Platinum version of the converter just has a proprietary marketing copy that's only available for Platinum members. This marketing copy was written for Platinum members by Craig Proctor and Dan Kennedy and myself that doesn't exist on the other version. So I am going to minimize my screen here real quick, and I'm going to bring up Google. Let me get that on there for you. And let's just take a look at both versions real fast, okay? All right, so let's suppose our prospect's name is John Smith. Okay, so let's go John Smith dot. And let's take a look at the Platinum version first, okay? All right, so again, this is not about the converter. We don't have time to get into big discussions about that today. But I want to show you how you can use the system a little more effectively in your marketing right now. Lay out several examples of marketing that you're going to really like. Okay, but this is the Platinum version. Before I click on Enter and that thing comes up here, you should know that John Smith is my prospect. He's typing in his own basic URL or website from the marketing piece that I send him. Okay, cashoffers.net is my registered URL that points to the Ultimate Converter, my version of it, okay, the one that I've customized for myself. So I'm going to hit Enter, and should have volume here. You can hear it. Welcome. Please find a desktop collection of important information about the sale of your home. All right, let me stop that. For most people, the sale of their home is one of the 5. Okay, that's the welcome audio. Okay, but this is my Ultimate Converter popping up for John Smith. He's the prospect that clicked on it. You can see there's the big USP right out of the chute here. So let's close that out, and real quickly here, without changing the resolution of my desktop, this is the Ultimate Converter. All the goodies here. A few things that are very important that you'll want to know that are exclusive to Platinum members here. Number 1 is this agent selection guide. Okay, this is right out of our proprietary marketing materials, as well as the important home seller information that's enclosed in this information kit right on this desktop. All of these documents here are proprietary marketing content that do a very good job. Okay. Hey, I don't know if you noticed this on this converter while I've got your attention on it. down in this blank space down here, you can add videos. So I've added several video clips, testimonials, the 6 seller satisfaction guarantees video, and some inner workings of my office there. Okay, but you guys are welcome to go back and check all that out. All right, now let's take a look at the other version for all of the other real estate agents out there who might be using this online system, the converter. They don't have access to the copy and extra stuff that we have available here on ours, but let's suppose our customer is John Smith again, and it's selltoday.us would be one that's registered. So let's take a look at that. It's not going to work. All right, let me back up and do that here for you. All right, let me pull that up here real quick. There's nothing like a live stuff. CLNVER converter.com. All right. So you can go and see the. How should I see this? How should I say this? Let's take a look here at the other version. You can see that the important home seller information that's enclosed, it's going to be different, doesn't have the proprietary marketing copy. The agent selection guide's not there, okay? And it has a standard generic video that doesn't include some of the platinum content. So it's definitely missing several of the things, but basically the same format without some of the other goodies like that space down below for your extra videos and stuff like that. So 2 different versions, both very good, but of course I wanted to bring that to your attention. All right, just so we're all on the same page with what's available there, okay? All right, now let's get back to how we're using this system, okay, how you can use the ultimate converter to attract come list me's in today's marketplace. Now, you can generate leads and convert them to come list me's at the same time through all of your regular marketing channels, whether it's direct mail or email marketing, some of the other traditional systems that some of you may be using. Some of you guys I know are doing door hangers and things like that. I'm not a big user of that. It involves too much labor, but pay-per-click marketing, Craigslist, anything that is good leverage, I'm all for. Okay, but let's take a look at how we can use the converter in these things. We're real familiar with postcard marketing, okay, but I'm going to make this really clear for everyone. Postcards are great as a secondary source or a follow-up source of marketing. They're not going to be very effective as a primary means of direct mail. Okay, you're going to want to use a direct mail sales letter, make a big impact. Then you can come back behind it with postcards as a follow-up system. If you're in Canada, you can take advantage of what goes on in terms of sending postcards, bulk rates, way cheaper there than it is in the States. But Craig and I would recommend to use more or less branded stuff. But look right here. Here's the ultimate converter being used on postcards. You can see it right here. I built your own special website just for you. You can see firsthand how your home is guaranteed to sell. As soon as you can, visit. And again, this is mail merged onto here. This is just printed onto the postcard with your prospect's name, okay, and your URL to your website, right? That's easy to do with most mail merge campaigns. Okay, that's postcards. Here it is in a sales flyer, okay, right down here. I built your own special website so you can see firsthand how your home is guaranteed to sell at your price. Simply visit john-smith.cashoffers.net and start packing. Okay, now what we've done is we're just redirecting our prospects to the ultimate converter. So what Craig and I recommend is that you test your marketing systems. One of them, driving them to a landing page for a special report, okay, or an information line to be able to get more information on that. And the other version is direct selling, driving them to your converter so that they're being sold on your message and pre-selling, okay? Now, what we've discovered with Platinum members that are doing this, okay, less prospects are being generated through the converter, but they're much higher quality. Better pricing, come list me's over the phone listings, okay, but less leads. All right, so you'll have to test it for yourself to see which one works the best. But again, I wanted to spend some time showing you here how you can use this converter in your marketing. This was the most popular one right here among Platinum members. This all started a while back. I was talking to a platinum, more seller prospects. What can I do? And I'm like, well, you've got that converter system. Why don't we email all of the for sale by owners that are advertising their home on Craigslist? Okay, just do that. Send them an email. Okay, but let's think for a second here. What is it that these sellers want? Okay, they want buyers. Okay, that's what they're looking for, buyers. So if you're going to talk to them and you're going to drive their attention, look, you better be talking about buyers. Okay, so that's where this email came from. And you can see right here the email says, your home posted on Craigslist caught my attention. Our database of 329 buyers includes at least one buyer that will buy your home at the price you want and need. If not, I'll pay you the difference. So you get right into, we got buyers, and here's my unique selling proposition to reverse the risk. Okay? And then you just flat out say, look, you can read more about the guarantee at, and you're directing the prospect to your converter. And there's the for sale by owner's name right there. This is very, very powerful. And the agents in the program that are using this e-marketing piece, real simple, okay, are generating about a 4 to 8% response rate. As a matter of fact, I was just talking to the Johnson Johnson team down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida a few days ago, and through their e-marketing campaign using this, directing them to the converter, they were able to pick up a corporate account, okay, several REO listings, believe it or not, directly as a result. It's all in the action, okay? You just have to take action on it. All right, so that's how we're using the converter here in this e-marketing. Or call me direct to discuss the sale. P.S. Free search and match your home to our buyers and tips on what to do and what not to do to get the when we preview your home. Okay, just call. So there's a little bonus offer there. We'll talk a little bit more about secondary offers when we get into our ultimate sales flyer. And then, of course, you throw in a testimonial down at the bottom down there, okay, as a big deal. I don't recommend you put in pictures and photos and stuff like that because it'll get hung up in spam filters or be thrown into junk mail folders, and pictures will go through as attachments instead of being on your actual email. So be real careful about that. Okay, so that's using the converter in direct email marketing. Pretty slick. Let's take a look at another one. How about Craigslist? Okay, yep, you can drive your prospects to the converter, okay, through Craigslist ads, like this Craigslist ad right here, which is pretty good. Home sellers, free search and match of your home's features to 329 buyers looking for a home in the area right now. Guaranteed sale at your price, or I'll pay you the difference. Details at. Now, when they get to the converter, we already know that it does the job of telling our story for us, right? So again, it's not a call on the converter. We're not going to talk about what all it does right now because I think everybody's familiar with it. But look, when they get there, that's the job of that system, is to automatically pre-sell the prospect on doing business with us. It tells our story. Video, audio, text documents, agent selection guide, all these really great things that we would do if we were talking to the prospect face-to-face, okay? So just all works automatic. So that's a great Craigslist ad. I think you can see that right there. Hey, look, the reason this is a really good Craigslist ad is because most of the people in our marketplace that are utilizing Craigslist are move-up buyers. They need to sell. They want to move up and buy a bigger house, okay? So that's working really well. So we'll even take this ad. Please pay attention. This is really good. We'll take this ad, and we'll put a little box around it, okay, just a little box around it, and put it on the blank space, the white space, on the post-lit of a move-up listing. Did you get that? Okay, so on a move-up property that you're advertising on Craigslist or Backpage or Kijiji or wherever you're posting your listings, all right, take that dead space on the ad, what I call real estate, and put a for sale sign right there, okay? And that's what this is, you know, again, I'm using that real estate space on those ads, put a little text box around it and put it right there, right, to get the attention of the move-up buyers who have houses to sell that are looking at this particular listing, okay, called a piggyback ad. As a matter of fact, when we get to when we get to our next real estate conference, we're going to be going through all of the piggyback ads available to members that you can use. That I've got a whole book of them. All right, so that's a pretty fantastic way to use the converter there. Here's another one as a display ad: how to get the price you want and need when selling in today's market. Free look inside the area's #1 real estate agents sell quick system. Over 329 buyers in waiting. Visit sold-quick.cashoffers.net. Now, if you haven't noticed this, down here where it says top-dollar, here where it says sold-quick, see, now when the prospect, since I don't know the prospect's name, since these are particular ads, okay, that's a pay-per-click ad, but let's go back to the Craigslist ad. Since these are particular ads that we're running on Craigslist and I don't know the prospect's name, John Smith, Roger Stahlback, Fran Tarkington, okay, Steve Barkowski, just make up a name. I don't know their names, whoever's looking at these things, right? Quarterbacks today. So since I don't know their names, I'm making up a name, but it's a name that they can associate with. So whenever, check it out, whenever the prospect goes to topdollar.cashoffers.net, types that into their web browser, yeah, that's what's going to show up as the personalization on the converter. Okay, so Top Dollar will show up, Sold Quick will show up as their name, and man, I'm telling you, that's a great way to climb into the prospect's head that's reading your marketing. All right, so pretty slick there. So a good display ad using the converter. Let's look at another one. Here's a good pay-per-click ad, sponsored link marketing. Okay, and I love this because it's a great way to reach people and it's easy to track and test. But sell your home this week at your price. Over 5,000 helped. 329 buyers in waiting. Sold-quick.cashoffers.net. And of course, the headline up here would be whatever geographic area you're marketing to, like Alpharetta homeowner, for example. Okay, and then make sure we don't have time to get into specifics on pay-per-click marketing, but choose your keywords carefully to target home sellers. All right, so that's a great way right there to use the converter on pay-per-click marketing. So if you haven't tested that, you're really missing out on some additional prospects, specifically motivated home sellers. Okay. All right, let's look at response cards. Some of you guys may not know what response cards are, but in direct mail, you should always include a response card. We're going to get into that a little bit more, but this is a response card that actually has using the converter. Check it out. You can see right here, hey, from Todd Walters' personal computer. Hi, Craig, it's me, Todd Walters. I've got a really important message to share with you about selling your home fast for top dollar with less hassle, so I built your own special website just for you. As soon as you can, go here. Okay, and of course it's got the prospect's name on it. I just used Craig Proctor as an example here. And a great way to get additional response or have something a little bit extra in your direct mail that is like an additional offer, grabber message, and all kinds of little things that you can tie into just a response card. Okay, so make it a point of inserting into your direct mail extra response cards, especially if it's direct selling. This is a great thing in addition to your sales letters to pre-sell the prospect on you. Okay, build their own special website. Now, there's a little extra work involved to print these because it's a mail merge campaign that you have to use to get the prospect's name there, right? But man, well worth it, and definitely increases your response. And that's what we're trying to do here today, is that everybody on this webinar, you're spending money, you're spending time, and you're spending energy to get as many prospects as you possibly can calling you that are motivated or pre-sold on doing business with you, right? Makes it way easier to do business in today's market. Okay, so using the converter as a secondary system, maybe even a primary system, okay, with your marketing, and I showed you many examples: response cards, pay-per-click ads, display ads, Craigslist marketing. Put a box around it and use it on top of your postlets as a piggyback ad, okay, your email marketing, your sales flyers, okay, all of these systems, and including postcards, okay, all of this will help you increase your response and should give you the ability to test against some of your other marketing systems, okay? Now, if you have a question about anything that we're talking about here or running through, all you have to do is go to your GoToWebinar control panel right there on your desktop and just type your question in. All right, we'll get that, and we'll take the questions as they come along. The operator will let me know. All right, let's take a look at the Ultimate Sales Flyer now. Okay, on the Ultimate Sales Flyer, I want to share with you several things. I'm going to try to walk through this as slowly as I can so that you understand and you get it. And I would, but the first one is how to use Doodle Opus to increase response. And some of you guys know what that is, and many of you don't, though. The power of grabbers. More stuff is better because busy fingers increase response. What is your secondary offer? And using response cards properly. Okay, so I'm a big direct mail guy because it's an easy thing to do, to track, and I can go directly to my customer. And it's an absolute jackpot if done properly. Examples here, sub for you. The 5 pieces of mail inside the envelope. Okay, so let's go and let's take a look at that you can use. And all of these little things like this asterisk here, even this font that you're looking at that looks handwritten, little arrows, the big circle here, this little frowny face, okay? These things are that will pretty much they increase your response, okay? Anytime you can highlight or draw attention to or be a little bit different than some of the other direct mail and information that they're reading on a day in and day out, look, it's going to increase response. So I'd like to recommend that everyone invest in that little extra stuff to make your letters a little better than they are right now. Okay, so let's just take a look at this letter, though. This is a good, simple letter. Where to turn when your home doesn't sell. Okay, so we obviously know who we're targeting here. That would be expired listings. Okay, but look, you can target anybody with your headline. Okay, you know, how to sell a home, how to sell an upside-down home in today's real estate market. Okay, and you can pick your headline, whatever you want it to be, to target the prospect you need to target. And then you can modify your letter as necessary. But this is a good one. One of my buyers will buy your home within the next month at a price agreeable to you, or I'll pay you $3,500 cash. Guaranteed upfront in writing, $3,500 check enclosed. Okay, so we've got their attention, right? There is a difference in real estate agents, the services they provide, and the results they get. Unfortunately, choosing the wrong agent can cost you valuable time, money, and possibly no sale at all. Little frowny face there. Okay, now, here's what we're doing with this letter, and the reason that I consider this to be the ultimate letter. If you're going to write one, this is what you have to do with your flyers. Identify the prospect that you're talking to, okay, with some sort of reason why copy. Okay, why is it that that prospect is hearing from you? Okay, it's like when your phone rings at home. You want to know, like, who are you and why are you bothering me? Right? You have to get that across in your messages pretty quick, like, why are we bothering them? Okay? All right, real simple. Where to turn when your home doesn't sell. That pretty much does it for these expireds. Get right into the headline, unique selling proposition. Get their attention right off the bat. The next thing our job is to identify a problem. Okay, so hey, look, there's a difference in real estate agents, the services they provide, and the results they get. Unfortunately, choosing wrong agent costs you valuable time, money, and possibly no sale at all. Okay, so they've identified a problem that many home sellers have in today's marketplace. Okay, this seller obviously has no problem selecting a real estate agent because he's been on the market with real estate agents before. And that's the purpose of this particular marketing piece, targeting sellers who've been on the marketplace with real estate agents. okay? And then I add a little bit of pain to the problem. And the pain is valuable time, money, possibly no sell. Okay, they can identify with this. So now I'm climbing into the prospect's head. I'm entering the conversation already going on in their mind, right? And then I'm going to offer up my solution. Okay, my solution, my ironclad home sale guarantee solves this dilemma. Okay, so simple solution. Nice, simple statement, because this is a one-page flyer here. All right? Because of my exclusive buyer magnet marketing system, I have over 250 buyers in my database looking for a home in the area as I type this. Okay, now it's becoming personalized. All right? Don't miss the opportunity to do that. In fact, okay, upon previewing your home, if you wish, I'll perform on the spot search and match of your home's features to the buyers in our special database. Free. Details below. All right? Now let me tell you what that does. The reason for this copy, okay, obviously it's personalized, and I get them to continue to read on. Details below. Okay, so now they start to scan the page, which, hey, let's face it, for most of us, you and myself, we're scanners. We don't read much of the stuff that we get. That's why long marketing copy, several page sales letters, that's way better than short marketing copy, because people are scanners. And if it's long marketing copy, it must be full of important stuff, but let me scan through it to see what is important. All right? And we'll talk more about that later. Okay? And then we back it up with some credibility and third-party endorsement. Like over the last 18 years, 5,000 homes sold, my system for helping homeowners previously on the market with other agents sell quick has been featured on CNN Money, Realtor Magazine, and Dan Richards' book, Real Estate and Rainmaker Guide to Online Marketing. Okay, so there's some statistics from me, okay, and track record information, but many of you haven't. And if not, we need to find a way so we can get recognized and published and get some third-party endorsement there. Very, very important. Okay. You get my pledge, your home will sell within the next month at a price agreeable to URP, $3,500 cash. So we reiterate the unique selling proposition. All right. So again, who we're talking to and why. All right. Identify a problem, show a little bit of pain, your solution to the problem. Okay. How it works and why. Okay. Some third-party endorsement. Reiterate your unique selling proposition, and then your call to action. To discuss the sale at your price without obligation, call me right now. My private direct number is. Okay? Pretty simple. But then I come behind it with my secondary offer. Okay? Hey, if you're not quite ready to call me direct, I've prepared a free special report titled blah, 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 okay, which details our ironclad home sale guarantee. For your free copy, just visit this website or call this information line. Secondary offer. Right? Now, you guys have heard of bonuses, premiums, and other incentives, right? That's what this is down here, this little coupon box. Okay? Plus, an offer is never an offer without a deadline. All right, let me repeat that in case you're writing this stuff down. I hope so. An offer is never an offer without a deadline. You've got to find a way to create urgency in your offers that you're making your prospects out there in your marketplace. Okay? So that's what we've done here with this. For contacting me direct within the next 3 days, I'll perform a free, on-the-spot, computerized search and match of your home's features to the buyers in our special database without obligation of listing your home. All right? In our direct number. So this little flyer right here does it all. Okay, it's definitely the ultimate sales flyer, but you know we're not stopping here. Okay, we need more. Remember, I said busy fingers increase response. Okay, so we're using some doodle opus here to increase response, and it will, and it always does. It's been proven, and but you don't want to overdo it, obviously, with stuff all over the page. All right, but then we're like, hey, look, read what some of your former neighbors are saying. Okay, so we're drawing some attention to that. Let's go back and look at that. So I threw in a snapshot here of a testimonial flyer. That's okay. Okay, I don't like, just personally, I don't like all the text boxes and the small print. Okay, I just don't. I would prefer to have bigger statements, maybe a little shorter testimonials that make a bigger, bolder statement. Okay, but this is pretty good that John Solkowski, Platinum member, is running, and he's getting great response from it. Can never argue with that. And look, since he didn't have a lot of pictures of lots of customers that he sold houses to, like most of us don't, look, he added properties that he sold, just one-liners, okay, sold for 98.7% of the asking price in 33 days, okay, a lot of one-liners. I like that. Very, very good, okay. Now we get down to another little statement down here, why I have enclosed a $3,500 check. Okay, very important. That's the grabber message, okay, and you want to use grabbers to increase response. I was talking to Don Juan Shahal, I guess it was last week or not too awful long ago, and he was showing me a postcard that he was mailing. I flipped the postcard over, and the postcard had a good testimonial on it, but it didn't have his USP, unique selling proposition, on the postcard. And I didn't really understand why, so I said, hey, look, dude, is there a reason why you don't have your USP on the other side of your postcard as well? Well, it's on the front side. I'm like, well, look, they may never read the front side. You want your unique selling proposition to be on every single page or side of your postcard or wherever, whatever you're putting into your customer's hand, you better have your promise on there so they never miss it, okay? That will increase response. All right, the next page in the Ultimate Sales Letter is just that, a handwritten letter. Okay, now the cool thing about all this is that you can just use handwritten fonts, and I recommend that you do. Now, for the purpose of this webinar, let me make sure that you understand this. This is just a handwritten font and a good sample sales letter that's been copied onto a PowerPoint slide. But I'm going to recommend that you use real notebook paper, either white or yellow notebook paper, and handwrite your sales letter. Then you can make all the copies you want in there, okay? But this is a fantastic handwritten sales letter. It has all the ingredients of reason why copy, identifying a problem, what our solution is. It expands the flyer that we've got right up front, okay? And it talks about why the $3,500 check is in here. Your home sold within the next month at a price where you're going to pay you $3,500. Check's enclosed. The reason why I've included a $3,500 check with this letter is twofold. One is to get your attention. Okay, now this is very important. We want them to know, like, look, what they're thinking right now, it's absolutely true. Like, the reason I've included this check in this direct mail piece, Mr. Seller, is because I'm really trying to get your attention. And I want you to know how serious I am about helping you sell your home at your price, quickly, with the least inconvenience to you. To put it plainly, I'm putting my money where my mouth is. Okay, so this check is yours, and I'm going to gladly sign it over to you should I fail to secure an agreeable offer within a month of listing your home, should you choose to allow us that opportunity. Okay? So we're getting right after it, good reason why copy, and entering the conversation that's going on in our prospect's head. Okay? And then we walk them through how simple the process is. Okay? Because I know what's going on in their mind right now. If I call this guy, is he going to try to sell me something? You know, why do I even want to pick up the phone and do this right now? Okay, you know, I got this other appointment with some other agent. I'm trying to sell the home myself. Look, that's the conversations that your prospects are having. You have got to diffuse and deal with those conversations when you have the chance. This is why some of those crappy postcards, and okay, so the next paragraph does that a little bit. When you call me direct, I'll personally answer any question that you have about my ironclad home sale guarantee, backed up by $3,500. Okay? If you're happy with the answers, we're going to schedule a time to preview your home. Do I want to put that off for 2 or 3 paragraphs? Good demonstration. Okay, then we go on more about the grabber, which is the check. A good demonstration that we take your home, okay, your move and your time very seriously. I want you to see all that. I want you to sell and have a smooth on-time closing. Over the last 20 years, my team and I have helped over 5,000 families in the area get the price they want and need quick with minimum hassles. You can read what a few of them had to say about their experience working with us on a separate page that I've included in this letter. You can also watch a video of many others that we've helped sharing their distress to success stories at, and here we go, here comes the converter. Okay, so we slid in the converter because on the converter I've got the video of our team, which has multiple testimonials on it. I have the testimonial book in the converter, which has links to videotape testimonials, and we threw in extra video testimonials down at the bottom of the converter. It's loaded with third-party testimonial. Okay. Thanks to our buyer magnet marketing system. Now, here comes the close, right? Like, hey, look, you're looking for buyers. We have the buyers. One of these buyers will buy your home, and if they don't, you get X. Okay? And, of course, the PS is pretty obvious. It's our secondary offer that we had on our flyer. So if you guys can step in and step up and put some good handwritten sales letters, get a copy in this, one like you see right here, with your sales flyers and some other important copy that's important to have in your direct mail, you'll increase your response from expireds, for sale by owners, sellers in your database, farm area mailings, whoever you're direct mailing to. All right?
Todd?
Yes, ma'am.
We do have a question.
All right, let's take it.
From Paul Bruno. He wants to know, since they're in the Platinum group and using Platinum systems, can they also say that they're featured on CNN Money, Realtor Magazine, because they're in a sense copying what you have, or is that a big stretch?
Well, I think it would be a stretch if you're not actually personally there. Like I do interviews with CNN Money on occasion. I've done probably 3 over the course of the last several years. So obviously we can say, look, many of you have been featured in some of your local newspapers, some of your local magazines, some of your industry circulars. You've gotten awards from your peers and other organizations and clubs and your real estate boards. So there's lots of third-party ways to give yourself credibility, okay, and do that. At the last conference, I presented to the group public relations marketing, PR marketing, press release, but industry in different presses. Okay, and you've seen many Platinum members do a really good job of this. Okay, I can't stress that enough. At this of business, okay, if what you want to do is take your business from your 6-figure incomes to 7-figure net income businesses, you're going to have to sooner or later step up and do that. All right. So again, we talked about the last conference. There's a PowerPoint manual available specifically on that at your fingertips in the coaching site. All right, so let's recap where we are with the Ultimate Sales Letter here. Was there another one, Dana?
Let me ask one more question. It's from Maria on the same page that you're showing where it says call your direct number. What's a good way to track response if people always call your number and don't go to the website?
That's a great question, and I'm actually glad that that was asked. Okay. Whenever you take a call, your office takes a call, or you take a call personally, you have to ask the question, where'd you get our number? How'd you find out about us? Okay. Make sure that your office staff has a little sheet or there's a spot at the end of the day when you're closing your file, your closed sales file. You have to know where every money's going and what's working and what's not working. You really need to know where these prospects are coming from. So yes, simple answer is you have to ask when you talk. Okay, make it a point to do that. Okay, and then I'm glad that got asked because that's something we all should be doing, and I'm sure most of us are. Okay, but make sure office people are. Okay, so let's continue on with our Ultimate Sales Flyer. So there's page 1. So we've got the doodle ops. We've got some great handwritten font, good marketing copy there. I think everybody agrees with that. Look, your USP, some of you guys, I don't know what unique selling proposition you're using. I don't even think it really matters that much. They're all good, okay? All the USPs I've seen that the Platinum members are using are very good, but I'll help you one-on-one based on the market that you're trying to reach, your target market, the prospect that you really want to talk to. I will definitely help you craft a unique selling proposition. At last count, I have over 100 unique selling propositions documented that Platinum members are using, have used, Craig's used, or I have used that have all worked and worked very well. So yes, we can't cover them all. We're not going to on this webinar, but you need to contact me if you need some help there. Okay, page 2 was our testimonial flyer. Okay, many of you have the testimonial book. That should work very, very well. Page 3 is your handwritten sales letter. And of course, the next piece in your super sales letter is your response card. Okay, let's take a look at the response card here. There's the front of it has it's got your return address on there. Okay, has your stamp. Okay, and of course your return label is the same. Check out what I did with the address coming back to me. Todd Walters, guaranteed home sale agent. All right, so we squeezed in even our unique selling proposition, basically, even in the return address there on the response card. Okay, now let's look at this card. I think we can see it okay. I don't know how to blow this thing up. Sorry, but let me just read it to you. Todd Walters, sell quick at your price response card. There's the unique selling proposition again. This is my customer's address. Okay, you can even use peel and stick labels for these. They don't have to be pre-printed on. Depends on your mail merge campaign that you're using, or program. I'm sorry, I'm not the greatest tech guy in the world, but I'd use a peel and stick label on there would be just fine. So you know who it's coming from, right? All right, the first box says, I'm calling Todd Walters at this number for a free no-obligation market evaluation on my home immediately. Okay? Mail this card, okay, for a free home staging kit, 27 tips to selling your home faster for top dollar, and of course we give it a value, $149 value. All right? So I want them to send the card in anyway. Okay, because action goes a long way to basically guaranteeing a follow-through. All right, so let's take a look at the next box. I'm not interested in selling my home right now, but may in the near future. All right, let's go back then. Let me, yeah, it's not going to work. I was going to try to blow that up for you. That's a screenshot. All right, as a matter of fact, let's do this. I've got it right here. I'm gonna pull this bad boy up for you so we can read it, because response cards are real important. I want to talk about this a little bit more. So bear with me one sec. Here it is. All right. Come on. Let's load up. Okay, so second offer is, I'm not interested in selling my home right now, but may in the near future. Please put me on your email list for your free Market Watch newsletter to keep me up to date with area home sales and real estate news, okay, affecting my home's value. My email address is blank. Free home staging kit will be sent to you upon receipt of this card without obligation, okay? So we're still giving them the free gift. See, that's an inducement to get them to send the card in, right? All right, bottom box. I'm not interested in your services. Please drop me from your mailing list, okay? And then right here in parentheses, for letting us know, we'll send you a coupon for a free ice cream at Buster's Ice Cream. All right, so we have a relationship with obviously an ice cream shop that gives us stuff. that we send this with these other servicing companies. I'm not paying for those coupons, but they'll gladly let me send them out to our customers, or in this case, non-customers. Now, why is this important? Well, number one, I don't want to continue to mail to this guy. This is just the first mailing. We're going to come back behind with several other things, right? Okay, but I don't want to continue to mail to this guy or chase them down or contact them or even have them take up space in. Okay, so the response card allows the customer to tell me exactly what they're going to do, all right? And it will increase response. Okay, now here's the grabber. You can use your own checks, okay? You can have checks printed with the wrong account number or without account number, or whatever you need to do to establish a good grabber check, okay? I got a direct mail package sample from one of our Platinum members a few days ago. They sent me what they were sending out, and they had a sticky note attached to their check, okay, with a handwritten note on it that I thought was very, very good. That would increase my attention span. Okay, so there's your ultimate sales letter, all right, all pieces of it. Now, what goes behind this? Well, now you can send your postcards out. Now you can follow up with the ultimate sales letter using good marketing copy, okay, extra pieces of mail in your envelopes, and don't squish everything into a really small envelope. Make sure the information that you're looking at today will be posted on the coaching site for you to go in and copy and leverage and use however you want to, okay? So that always happens. All right, let's talk about, Dana, are there any follow-up questions to that? Make sure we didn't miss anybody. Okay.
We do have one. Hang on. Anita wants to know, do you have the conditions for the mailers, the conditions on the guarantee?
Okay, one of my buyers will buy your home within the next month at a price agreeable to you, or I'll pay you $3,500 cash. I would think an asterisk with conditions apply is fine, but you can always state your conditions. All right, look, this is conditioned upon, for example, agent and seller must agree on price, okay? And, I think that's probably it in this deal because we're stating the $3,500. Okay, so if you want to state your conditions, and it's never a bad thing, agent and seller must agree on price, call for price, okay? So that would be how we would state that. But most of the time we just put conditions apply, call for details, little asterisk down in the fine print, okay, on all of your flyers. Make sure it's in there. Okay.
We do have one more question.
All right.
Nathan Clark says he just wants to make sure, do we send the flyer out first, and then if they respond, you follow up with cards?
No. This is direct mail piece number one, and the prospect probably going to get 2 or 3 other pieces of mail from me over the next few, depending on whether it's an expired or for sale by owner or whatever, right? So if it's an expired listing, they can expect to get 3 or 4 pieces of mailings over the course of a couple of weeks. If it's a for sale by owner, they can expect to get 3 or 4 mailings from me over the course of the next month. If it's a prospect in my database, a seller prospect that's raised their hand, asked for a free report or home evaluation or whatever, and I've tagged them as a seller prospect, they can expect to get 5 pieces of mail is the first thing that will probably go out because it's working really well in today's marketplace. Okay? It's different than what they're getting from the other real estate agents. My follow-up pieces of mail would either be the postcards or other sales letters. Okay? The follow-up doesn't have to be in the same neighborhood. It could just be in the same geographic area. And since I've helped thousands and thousands and thousands of people sell their home, it's not hard for me to know any area. So we crafted letters, and you guys have seen them, I think. Platinum members are on the coaching site. That is from, the reason I'm writing you is because, I had a problem. I lived in your area. I was desperate to sell my house. I went through 3 other real estate agents over the course of a year. And then I tried to sell it myself. I kept, and all this while I kept getting letters and things in the mail and calls from this Todd Walters guy. He was about to drive me crazy. But you know what? One day, for whatever reason, I paid attention to what he was sending me. It was very compelling. So what else did I picked up the phone and I called him. Okay, and boy, am I glad I did. And then it's just a 2 or 3 written sales letter, testimonial, written by me, authorized by the past client to send on their behalf. But that's the final piece of mail that they get. All right. So I'll tell you what. At our next conference, I'll make sure that we have a booklet of those printed in the binder for every plea. That explains the direct mail sequence. But again, this is the 5-piece super sales flyer. I like it. All right. Well, let's talk about boost and sign calls in today's marketplace before we run out of time here, okay? All right, real quickly on for sale signs. Now, I wanted just to get this in here while we had a little bit of a time. And I had your attention. I have seen for sale signs like just, I don't know, all different kinds, okay? But I'm just going to tell you right now, I don't know what's going to work in your marketplace, but I do know what the absolutes are for sale sign marketing. All right, now let me repeat that. I know what the absolutes are, okay, over almost 20 years, being around for the last 6 years, several millionaire real estate agents and what they do with their for sale signs. Okay, so yeah, I definitely have the goods on this, so I'm going to share it with you right now. All right, your for sale sign should be very, very simple. Has your name, your company logo, and your phone number. Now, if you want to get creative on your sale sign at all, it's only to draw attention to something different about you. So you guys know on all of our for sale signs we put awesome home for sale. So I become known as the guy with the awesome homes around Metro Atlanta, okay, over the course of years of selling and hundreds of these things being out there, okay. But that's the for sale sign. That's it. If you're junking it up with a bunch of other stuff, I think it's a mistake, and Craig would actually say the same thing. Okay, now, the top rider on your for sale sign is either your trade-up rider or your first-time buyer rider. Okay, trade-up, pretty simple, buy this home, I'll buy yours. And your first-time buyer rider, which has probably your minimum down payment or monthly payments on there. Okay, so in this case, we would disclose down payment, because once you get into monthly payments, you have to disclose typically terms, interest rates, APR, and all that other stuff. All right, so we would just advertise the down payment on first-time home buyer houses. Okay, that's the top riders. That's it. If it's a first-time home buyer house, first-time home buyer rider. If it's a move-up house, trade-up rider. Now, I'm still seeing on many Platinum member signs www.toddwalters.com or thehomesellingteam.com or, you know, imthebest.com or whatever look, on your URL that's on your for sale sign, and this is as a rider at the bottom, it's to direct people to the VIP buyer page on your website, okay? I'm just letting you know that consistently over the last 6 years of testing everything that we can possibly think of as a URL on a for sale sign, that seems to get the best result. Okay? Now, I would recommend you have a newhotlisting.com rider. So in my case, it would be twnewhotlisting.com or cpnewhotlisting.com. Okay? Or, let's see, Nathan Clark, ncnewhotlisting.com. All right? So whatever you got to put in there to use that URL, everybody can use it. All right. Makes sense. Or maybe you've already got one that's really hot registered. All right. I don't have this one. When I sold my real estate company, they kept that. I don't know what they're doing with it now, but it was an absolute jackpot when it was pointed to the VIP buyer page. All right, so that's your for sale sign. That's it. Now, what about secondary signs? Here are all the secondary signs that have pulled all of them pull great, okay, except for, whoops, let me go back here, sorry. except for the radio talking house. And the reason is we can't track anything on it. All right? It's just hard to track how well that sign does for you. But, man, it's a great listing tool. Craig Proctor still stands behind it, but it's not all that great for tracking. Okay? But it's a great way to draw attention to the property. It's different than what other real estate agents are doing. They're pretty expensive to maintain, as you know. It's a hassle to do, but boy, it does stand out. And you can put your own commercial on there. Just don't try to sell the house over the radio talking house, right? Now, you can ditch the radio and just go with talking house and use your information line. Okay, you can track everything there. And you get a copy of their phone number even if they don't leave a message on it. Okay? But it looks like the thing that's hottest among Platinum members as a secondary sign is the everyday open house. And the reason is because it's different. It's what buyers want, access to a property, right? So I would definitely recommend that you do that, right? Use the everyday open house. Now, on all my foreclosures or pre-foreclosures or distress sales, I'm probably going to go with public notice, okay, and probably leverage off of RBID, all right, and let RBID help me drive the story of this pre-foreclosure or distress sale, okay. But I would recommend you test the secondary signs to see what you get the best results of. But on your main for sale signs, man, I think they're pretty consistent right there. I wouldn't jump around much on that, okay. So most Platinum members have this system, this setup right here. They're dialed in 100% on it. It's nothing new that we're talking about, okay? But the secondary signs, I would recommend that you get in there and test some a little bit. Don't just go with one and say, oh, this works. All right? How do you know it works? How do you know it's working as well as it can? How do you know it's as good as it can be? And the answer is you don't without testing it against something. So I really recommend that you do that, okay? That's the one thing that if I could wish for Platinum members, I would wish that, is that you would spend more time testing systems against another system. I don't mind giving you guys, is it working? You're not going to know without testing it against something else. So that would be my hope for everyone as they continue to work on growing their businesses. All right? All right. Well, look, man, that's a lot of information. And I don't know if you guys can remember all that, but let's just kind of recap here what we talked about. First thing we talked about was how to use the ultimate converter in your current marketing to turn seller prospects into come listings. And I ran through great marketing examples of that, okay? The next is sales flyer system, okay? Everything associated with that, grabbers, reason why copy, identifying your prospect, the problem, exacerbating the problem, what your solution is, using Doodle Opus, response cards, okay, and testimonials, third-party testimonials, handwritten sales letter, all that combined to make up the ultimate sales flyer, right? And the last thing we just recapped was, hey, make sure we're doing a really good job on signs here. Don't get distracted too much by new stuff or ideas. Stick with what's tried and true and proven in the marketplace, and test against that using systems that the other Platinum members have used that have worked really well. So we went through all the secondary signs on that. So good stuff of what we're doing, at least one a month, for not just for you, for your assistants, so that you can easily say, hey, just watch, get it implemented, okay? I think that's probably we can leverage our time and give really good specific examples to our team members to copy so they can implement these things to help us get it going, right? All right, so good stuff. Dana, was there anything else?
We have one of your prospects to or leads to the success websites.
No. Minor stuff. Nothing to write home about. I'm looking for it, so if anybody has some great success stories using the texting smartphones, information about it, so if anybody's having great success with that, please let me know. But look, let's do this and we'll wrap our webinar up. We'll make this really clear, and Pat, I think you'll definitely agree. I know you will. The purpose of this sign is to get people to call me. All right? That's it. I want them to call. This needs to be the best in direct response marketing. The problem with some of the text features and even these talking house stuff is that many times what we're telling folks to do and when I say talking house, I'm about radio talking house. Okay, with the texting features and radio talking house, really what we're telling people to do is don't call. Don't call me. Okay, do something else. All right, so that's why I like everyday open house. That's why I like our bid, and that's why I like simple stuff right here that brings the prospect more on a direct path to communicate with us instantly, quickly, direct response. All right, so it's just my personal experiences with it, but some other members may available there. pw@qlsystem.com, and we'll talk about that, and I'll report back to all of the members. Hey, great job today. Thanks for paying attention and making time to work on your business, not just in it all the time, right? It's always a pleasure to spend time with you guys talking about marketing and getting our business to the... It's going to wrap up our webinar today. We'll talk to you guys real soon. Thanks now. Bye-bye.